What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. This is the 4K Android TV by ON. This is a Walmart brand. It's actually just a Walmart 4K TV streaming box that has Google TV built into it. Now, I'll be honest with you, I bought two of these. I've set one up and I'm impressed with it so far. It's actually a lot smaller than I thought, and I'll show you that in the unboxing and the setup and all that stuff. But ultimately, it's very, very impressive. For 30 bucks, literally 30 bucks the time of making this video, and then during the holidays or certain other things, you might even be able to grab it for cheaper. But it's definitely a great competitor to a Fire TV Stick, or even the Google TV with Chromecast built into it, which is 50 bucks, but this is 30 bucks, so very inexpensive. So you can see it has all the apps that you'd probably want. This is just some of the apps they have, but runs Android, Google TV, and running through a quick spec real quick. I'll just show you a little screenshot. You see it has 4K resolution TV streaming. You can also do 1080 if you want. Easy setup with your Google account, plugs into your TV's HDMI port, Android TV, Dolby Auto 4K, ultra high definition resolution, Wi-Fi 2.4 all the way up to AC MIMO inputs. And then you also see what comes inside the box, which I'll show you in real time. So first off, here's the ON streaming box, as you want to call it. I really thought it was going to be like this size. It's tiny. It's really small. Here's a set of, I guess these are AAA batteries. It's not much bigger than those. And you get micro USB input to get this powered up. You have a, looks like I think that's a power button, reset button. You also have HDMI port. And that's pretty much it. Very simple, device, very lightweight. The power brick's almost bigger than it. Here's the power brick that it comes with. Plugs in via micro USB. It also comes with a HDMI to HDMI cable. Here's the remote, and the remote controls your television as well. So it'll turn on and off your television. It also will control the volume and all that stuff. And you have all the buttons here that you would expect with basically any Android device. And I actually like the remote a lot. It is easy to navigate. All the buttons are in great spots to figure that out. You have your Google Assistant button to ask it questions. You have your volume keys, your up and down keys for channels and things like that. You have your mute button, home button. You have a YouTube TV button. You have dedicated buttons at the bottom as well for YouTube, Disney Plus, HBO Max, and Netflix. Power on and off. Very easy to navigate. Batteries go in the back here. It comes with two AAA batteries. Pop in the batteries real quick here. No problem with taking the back cover off and putting batteries in. Works great. And then lastly, you get your walkthrough quick start guide of how to set this up. And if you've done something like this before, you shouldn't even need this. It's very simple. All right, so at this point, I'm going to plug the power into this. I'm going to plug the HDMI into this and the TV, and then we're going to go through the setup. All right, so let's get this set up at this point. I'll choose English. I'm going to hit continue. And it's asking me to do quick setup, which I can do directly on my Google phone. So I'll do exactly what they said on this. All right, so everything's been copied over. My Google account anyway has been copied over, and it's doing a update right out of the box. So it's nice. That's one of the things I would be a little bit concerned with this box is it going to get updates, and how timely will they be, and how many years or months of updates will we be getting. So that's really the only thing I would be concerned with this so far would be updates. But it's nice to see that right off the bat we are getting an update. All right, so it's back up after the update. I'm just going through the terms and conditions. I'm gonna turn off helping Android. I've already got my personal results built into this, and now it's asking me if I want to install additional apps. And let's do some. I'll keep that. Nest, sure. Facebook, no. Google Duo, no, because I don't have a camera built into the, I don't have a webcam hooked up to it, I should say. Sling TV, no, don't need it. Twitter for Android TV, nah. It looks like these are from Walmart, so some of these are like you can't uncheck them, and some you can. Peacock, no. ESPN and Epix, no as well. So I'm gonna keep some of these. I do want like Hulu and HBO Max. I'm gonna hit continue. And then it just walks you through saying your 4K TV is powered by Android TV. get apps from Google Play, talk to Google Assistant, and cast to your TV. And now I can set up a remote to control this TV. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to choose TV, and the TV I currently have it hooked up to is an LG TV, so I'll choose LG. I'm going to hit next, and it's playing a little bit of music, and I'm going to try to control the volume with this, and it's not working, so I'm going to choose no. You can try a different code. So this code seems like it works. So I'm going to say, yes, it does work now. And now I can set up the power button. And it's telling me to press the power button on the remote and then wait 8 seconds before I turn it back on. So it's been about 4 seconds. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to try to turn it back on. I'm going to press the power button on my remote, and it should hopefully turn the television back on. It looks like it did. So I'm going to hit yes that button did work. I'm going to hit next again, and we should, I believe, get into, there's an update for the remote. So that's the other thing. You'll get updates, system updates for the on 4K streaming stick and also for the remote. And the remote, sometimes you see these things and it has to do them with plugged in, but this will just update the remote wirelessly. And it's a pretty quick update, as you can see. That way it will work out any bugs, or if there's any extra features or anything like that, it will update the remotes you have. So here's the interface on here, very similar to a traditional, Google TV with Chromecast that you've potentially seen. I'll just run through this real quick. You see you got your apps right here, and then any apps that you have, also it'll show you recommendations for some of the stuff. And I haven't obviously signed into everything, so that's why it's not showing everything. You can search for Google things up here if you want, or you can hit the button on the remote to talk. You can also search. You can go into settings, and in settings, let's choose that. All right, so we have settings up now. So the first thing I'm going to do is give my device a name. We're going to probably put this in the garage, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but we just are going to put it. So I'll probably call it. I'll call it Garage TV, because we're going to run a TV out there now, so that when we use the treadmill, and there you go. So I got a Garage TV. You can also go into your network and internet. You can go into your accounts. Your apps are in here. So if you wanted to give apps special permissions, you can come in here and do that. Device preferences is going to show some things. If you want to do system updates, just go into about. You can see what firmware version you're on. Update your date and time. Languages, keyboards, display. I can come in here and check out what screen resolution. I have it set to auto, but ultimately display mode set to 4K 60. You can mess with the screen position, zooming in or out. HDMI CEC is all turned on, so it'll turn on and off the TV and control the volume and do all that stuff. Go into sound, you can turn on and off system sounds. Dolby Digital Plus, AAC, turn that on and off if you need to. Storage, you can see we have a total space of 4, it's probably 8 gigs, but in most of it's system space. So ultimately I have about 3.9 gigs free still. Here's my home screen. I can customize the channels that it shows. I can turn this stuff pretty much on and off if I want. You can enable and disable video and audio previews, reorder games, reorder apps. And if you want to install apps that aren't in the store, just come down here, go to security and restrictions, unknown sources, and you can, any apps that are in here, you'll be able to do that. If you want to download more apps on here, all you're going to do is hit the plus sign, and we can just add the Google Play Store to our home screen and then go into the Google Play Store. So here's some of the apps they have. If you want YouTube TV, which I know I do, so I'm going to install that. They have some games in here, Crossy Road. So any app there you go, Apple TV app if you want that. So if it's an entertainment app, it should be in here. They have IPTV apps if you need to, and I'll show you that in case you do IPTV. Sports apps, your music apps, family entertainment, I should say. So So if you want IPTV apps, they have all this stuff, like, you know, pretty much any of the big names. This is probably the biggest one, IPTV Smarters Pro. You can download that. And then just to show you some of the Google functions in here, what was the score for the Red Sox game?
The Red Sox won 13-4 today against the Blue Jays.
So you can get sports scores, you can control your smart home, show doorbell camera.
Sure. Streaming the front door on Garage TV.
So it's gonna show, it should anyway, there you go. So that's a live view of my doorbell camera, so I can bring all that stuff up on here, which is very, very neat. So let me get this set up and with some apps and stuff, and then I'll show you how quick it runs. But you can see just running around here real quick, it's fairly smooth. I mean, this is a $30 player, so so far so good. But like I said, I will set some apps up and then we'll come back. All right, so we're back. I've got all my apps signed in, so I can just kind of show you real quick what this looks like ultimately on here. We'll load up Netflix. I think the performance of it is, again, pretty good on here. 30 bucks. It definitely competes with the $50 Google stick as well. So obviously just running through this is really no lag at all. It runs really, really well. Jump it directly into YouTube next. There's that dedicated YouTube button on here, obviously, as well as the Netflix one. So just bringing up my channel real quick here. And if the video looks a little bit weird, it's just the camera is, you know, messing with the colors on here. But the colors that are displaying off of this, and when I'm looking at it in real time, are really, really good. So I'll just play my latest video I got right here.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day. Now, this is a mock-up. This is not really real, and it's not going to come out, but it looks so cool in it.
And then just jumping up. And this is playing in 4K with no problem at all.
Phones like the Z Flip 3 and the Z Fold 3. Which company is going to be making all of the foldable and flip?
Jump up one more time.
This is coming from Ice Universe, who says, in the second.
Why not one more time? Just to check it out.
Take a moonshot once in a while. But other than that, how often am I going to do that? Or how many times would I do that? More
So it works perfectly fine.
If a handful of times at all. So
Gonna jump into HBO Max. There we go, HBO Max is up now. Okay, so the Walmart 4K stick, I would definitely recommend it. I like the software on here. It's the Google TV, Android TV software that's very easy to use and navigate. I wish this, favorite app section was, I wish it was a couple rows instead of just one row of longness. It kind of gets a little bit long. I wish that was a little bit different, but I do like the software overall. It's very easy to navigate. I like the App Store selection in here. When you want to go in here, you can download apps. You can go in here and pretty much find anything you want, from IPTV apps to all the apps that are in the store that you would want. YouTube TV, Peacock, you got Peloton app if you want to work out, Showtime, NBC. There's obviously games as well. If you come up here, you can search games. I'm not a big gamer, especially on these things. I like the PlayStation 4, but you can see some of the games that you are able to play. So if you're a gamer, we'll put a game on here just to show you. And this is one of the games that allows you to use the remote. Other games you can just connect a game controller via Bluetooth. Okay, so this is pretty easy. So you just press left or right to press it. I'm not good at this game, but yeah, kind of cool that you can play games on here as well. And it seems like it plays absolutely fine. Doesn't have any issues with graphical performance on here. So if you want to pick it up, it's linked down below. It's definitely for 30 bucks. It's a great buy. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't want something like this, especially if your TV's not able to do some of the smart features, or it's old now and you want to get some of the latest apps, or you just want better performance out of your smart device. It's linked down below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys down the road.